One day, Balkis was sitting at a small shelter when a bank officer who already been there greeted her and suddenly began promoting a credit card. Balkis was surprised but listened attentively to the explanation and eventually agreed to sign up for the card. If you want to know what happened to Balkis next, make sure to watch until the end.
The moment Balkis received a credit card, she was filled with excitement and couldn't wait to start shopping. Without a second thought, she indulged herself, buying all her favorite items one after another.
Hi everyone! Today, we are presenting our infographic titled Rising Credit Card Debt Among Malaysian Youth. In today's modern world, credit cards are widely used, especially by young adults. They offer convenience and instant buying power, but when misused, they can become a financial trap. Firstly, what is consumer credit? How does it work, and how can you use it wisely? Consumer credit means borrowing money to pay for goods or services instead of using cash upfront. There are two main types: revolving credit and installment credit. Revolving credit, like credit cards, lets you borrow repeatedly up to a limit. You only need to make a minimum payment monthly. But if you don't pay the full amount, interest will build up. On the other hand, installment credit gives you a set amount that you repay monthly over a fixed period, like car or student loans. Credit cards are the most common form of revolving credit. They come with features like interest-free periods, credit limits, and rewards such as cashback or points. But they also charge high interest, annual fees, and late payment penalties. If misused, they can lead to serious debt. However, many youths nowadays see credit card as free money without fully understanding the responsibility behind them. So, in this video, we will discover the problem faced by youth and how to avoid falling into debt.
A week later, Balkis realized that her credit card account had reached its limit. And that is when the worries started to sink in.
One in three Malaysians aged 20 to 30 is struggling with credit card debt. This shows how common and serious the issue has become. Now, let's take a closer look at the issue. Many young Malaysians are trapped in credit card debt and are unable to fully repay what they owe. Most of them don't pay the full balance every month. Instead, they only pay the minimum amount. This leads to debt growing very fast due to the high interest and late fees. Over time, the amount they owe becomes bigger than what they originally spent. Credit cards are often seen as extra money, which causes irresponsible and uncontrolled usage, especially among youth who are still learning how to manage their finance. There are two key factors that contribute to these problems. First, low financial literacy. Many youth do not really understand how credit cards, interest rates, and debt work. They also lack proper budgeting skills and often spend without tracking where their money goes. Second, lifestyle pressure. A lot of young people feel pressure to be up to date with what they see on social media. They want to look trendy and successful, which leads to unnecessary spending. Many end up prioritizing wants over needs, using credit cards for purchase they can't afford with cash.
Let's start with the first impact, which is financial instability. When individuals rely too much on credit, they often fail and forget to build emergency funds. This means they don't have enough savings for unexpected situations like medical emergencies or car repairs. Next, we face a never-ending debt, which is debt can grow faster than what they can afford to pay, especially when only minimum payments are made. It because they do not have enough or sufficient money to make a full payment.
This causes repayment to stretch over many years with interest piling up.
Eventually, this financial stress may lead to early bankruptcy. Once declared bankrupt, it takes years to recover. Your credit score will be damaged, making it difficult to apply for loans and credit cards again in the future. And then, your creditworthiness will be affected for several years. Then, it can also affect your personal reputation, which is some may lose jobs opportunities or even have their asset being seized just to settle outstanding debt.
Issue of rising credit card debt among Malaysian youth, we propose two key solutions. The first one is strengthening financial education. Financial knowledge should be introduced early, ideally in schools. Many young people enter adulthood without basic money management skills. By adding personal finance module into the syllabus school, students can learn about budgeting, saving, and using credit card responsible before they start earning. One useful concept is 50, 30, and 20 rule. 50% of the income goes to the needs, and 30% of the income goes to the wants, and 20% goes to saving or debt repayment. Teaching simple rules like this may help students form good financial habits early on. We also recommended using budgeting apps and gamified tools that make learning about money fun and practical. These tools can help students track expenses, plan saving, and understand how debt and interest works in real life. Finally, we suggest working with Bank Negara Malaysia and AKPK to provide workshop, financial simulation, and real-world guidance. By combining education and practical experience, we can help youth build stronger financial disciplines and avoid falling into debt.
Enforcing stricter credit card regulation is essential, especially for individuals under the age of 30. Limiting individuals under 30 to only one credit card with a limit between RM1,000 and RM3,000. A minimum income requirement of RM2,000 to RM3,000 should also be implemented to ensure financial capability. To prevent impulsive borrowing, a 6-month cooling-off period should be required before approving any additional card or increasing credit limits. Full-time students should not be allowed to hold a credit card unless a guarantor co-signs the account, promoting accountability and reducing default risk. Additionally, Buy Now Pay Later (BNPL) service must be regulated under the Consumer Credit Act. This platform should disclose clear repayment terms, conduct proper credit check, and report to agencies like CTOS or Securities. This ensures better transparency, reduce overspending, and protect young consumers from falling into debt trap.
In conclusion, while credit cards are not inherently bad, irresponsible use can have serious consequences. Many young people fall into debt not because they are careless, but because they were never taught how to manage their finance. Therefore, both education and regulation must go hand in hand. By strengthening financial knowledge from a young age and enforcing stricter policies around credit card usage, we can help Malaysian youth avoid the credit trap and build a more secure financial future. Remember, it's not about avoiding credit, it's about using it responsibly. Think smart, swipe wisely, and then thank you for watching! Here is your card.
Okay.